6 estate agendas you need to know. So number 1 is go ahead and take 1% loans, then recruit all your available manpower as troops. Now that we are at 0 manpower, we summon the diet and get this agenda for recovering the manpower. Take it, cancel your troops being built, and now you get a cheaper advisor in day 1 of the game, cheaper meal advisor. It can be any type of meal advisor, so not only lane maintenance like I have here, but also discipline, morale, force limit, any type of advisor. And now can go ahead and recruit it. This only works for small-ish countries, as everyone in EU4 starts with anywhere between 7 to 11,000 of manpower, and you need to have around 50% of your max manpower. So it's the best option for small countries and doesn't really work for the big ones. The biggest country it works for is Portugal, where you have to wait a couple of months to get the manpower, and Denmark, and everyone else cannot get the agenda. Of course, you can use it at any point throughout your game, in mid or late game, but at that point the cheaper advisor is less of a priority. If you start with a god-awful heir and plan to disinherit him right away, go ahead and do so and only summon the diet afterward. This allows you to have a chance at rolling this agenda, which gives you free stability upon recovering the prestige. It is quite easy to do so, and the reward is really good, so you should use it. It is much rarer, however, than the first one, and you would be able to get it in about 4 out of 10 runs. Also note that you get this agenda from the nobility estate, meaning that it's mutually exclusive with the first agenda. If you wanna get a cheaper diplomatic advisor, you can go ahead and take 1% loans and summon the diet. You might get the pay off national debt agenda, which gives you a 50% cheaper advisor upon completion. As it is a 1% loan, you can easily repay them. Wait a day and get the cheaper advisor and retake the loans again, all at the cost of 0.5 inflation. Also note that the more loans you have, the more likely you are to get this agenda. If you only have 5 loans, so from 1% loans, then I would say you can get it 6 out of 10 times, which is pretty decent. Next one is a bit more tricky, as you need to have over 10% inflation to get it. Summon the diet and you can restore the currency agenda. Upon reducing the inflation, it gives you a pretty strong booming economy modifier with 15% trade efficiency, yearly prestige, and autonomy reduction. It's quite powerful, so if you are close to reaching 10%, it might be beneficial to wait and attempt to get this agenda, and only reduce the inflation afterwards. If you have over 30% and are dying from inflation, worry not, as this single agenda might save your campaign. Upon completion, it gives you a free stability, along with an absolutely massive 10% inflation reduction, which can save you a ton of admin points. So, just like last time, if you're somewhere near the 30% inflation mark, it might make more sense to wait until you reach that number and try to roll for this agenda. The next one is very useful, very common, and you probably already know about it. But I'ma tell you anyway. If you're expanding like crazy and have over 75% of overextension, you can get this agenda that gives you 50 admin points if you get rid of it. It's free mana and it's really easy, just don't forget to stop conquering for a sec. I think you can get it about 6 out of 10 times, but I'm not super sure. If you are playing as Horde and only have the tribe estate and have no manpower, please do not summon the diet during peacetime. You're very likely to get this agenda, which you won't complete, and ruin your estate loyalty. The tribes are already the worst estate in the game, there's no need to make it worse.